Right, hello and welcome to this impromptu Matchday Vlogs live stream watch along. How is everyone doing? I've just sent a link to Jack to join the feed. Hopefully jumping in. No expense has been spared. I've gone with the green screen behind, so it actually looks like we're at the stadium. Totally believable, I know. How are we all doing out there? Loving new channel art. Thank you, mate. Good evening. Good evening to you too. Hey Alex, how we doing? Right, I did do a banner for this. I did do a banner. Where is it? Here it is. Here it is. Obviously, this game has no impact on Southampton whatsoever, but of course it does have an impact on the relegation battle, which could all be over in the next 2 hours or hour and a half or so. In the unlikely circumstance, and I'm going to use that word, unlikely, because I don't think Watford have beaten Man City since 1989. So we shall see. Wow. I've got a bold prediction here. Saints FC Vlogs is going for a 2-1 Watford win. My goodness, can you imagine? So effectively what Watford need, well, if they get a win, I think they're pretty much safe. Depending on what Aston Villa do later against Arsenal. So a message here from Joe. Just got in. Let me get fresh and I'll be in. So musical, that boy. Here we go. Let's have a look. Pretty well. What's your prediction? My prediction for this game. What is my prediction for this game? Honestly, I have no idea, because they sacked Nigel Pearson on Sunday. I think whilst we were watching the Saints game, wasn't it? That news broke. And yeah, who knows what kind of a team they're going to throw out tonight and what kind of motivations they're going to have. So, I mean, if I'm using my head and I'm thinking the Man City side, that even though they lost against Arsenal, were still look pretty decent, I would probably go with a 3-0 City win. But Watford did beat Liverpool here not so long ago. A few more predictions here. Red and White's going for a 4-1 Man City win. 1-0 Watford, just like Southampton did. Cool, wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? I'm going to say something now that I didn't think I'd ever say. I think our defence is much better than Watford's. There we go, right. Treya doing 3-0 City. Yeah, I reckon so too. So we're doing 2 live streams tonight. Do you know what we are? I've got a pass from my dear wife. So I've got the TV for the whole night. And we're going to see exactly how this pans out. There will be a separate stream for this, for the following game. But you can join that straight after, of course. There'll just be time for a quick drinks break for everyone. Hello, Leo. How are you? Leo's asking everyone else in the room. How is everyone else? Jamie Thomas here. I hope City give Watford a battering. West Ham fan. Welcome in. Do you know what? I watched that West Ham Watford game on Friday night, and I was hoping for a more competitive game, but you guys absolutely battered them in 10 minutes, and it was kind of a bit of an anticlimax, really. But deep down inside, I had no doubt that West Ham were going to stay up this season. They've got too many good players. Just dropping some truths there. No, they really have got some good players. They just weren't playing football for some reason. Didn't change his mind. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Thank you for noticing. Oh, good. Good point here. Did you really? You got copyrighted for commentary. Is my TV loud? Sorry. That's weird. James. 4-0 City. For those who don't know, I went to school with James. A long-time friend of mine who I haven't seen in ages. When will Salah be announced? I understand that's down to a work permit. But from my understanding, he's pretty much signed for 10 million and will be a centre-back for us next season. Actually, could he start on Sunday? That'd be odd, because we're in the transfer window. Well, that'd be something. And they are almost there, Watford. There'll be 6 clear. Bournemouth will be down. Villa would need 2 wins just to stay in the fight. The win tonight, they say. Yeah, I'd certainly agree with Jay Redden that if they win tonight, they are safe. Because that goal difference, there's currently a 4-goal difference. And I can't see Aston Villa beating anyone by 2 goals. Look at this. We're 1 subscriber away from 900. Can we make it happen tonight? Do you know, I'll be honest with you, we passed 900 a couple of times today, but it keeps dropping down. Brutal. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Oh, bless you, mate. I'm backing Villa to stay up here if City win by 4. Ooh. Do you know what? You look at Villa's fixtures. Anything is possible. Anything is possible, and they've got Arsenal tonight, and then they've got West Ham away. But West Ham's a difficult place to go and play at the moment. Here's a question that I don't know the answer to. Why do Everton and Watford have the same music when they walk out, when the players walk out? Can anyone answer that question? That's not my jacket. Sorry, everyone. I imagine he's having a very long bath by the sound of it. Guys, it's happened. 900. God, look at this. Bold comment from Lee here. He's got a feeling it's going to be 1-1. Watford will scrape a draw. I think if they played anything like they did in their last game, they're going to be destroyed in 15 minutes. Oh, amazing. Thank you, Lewis. Much appreciated, mate. Lewis, you're like a super fan. You subbed twice. Here's a big one. Now for a real challenge. Can we reach 1,000 subscribers? Let's see. Can we do it by Sunday? We did 100 in the last 28 days. We've had 120 new subscribers. So if we can get 100 more in the next 5 days, is that possible? Who knows? Who knows? Thank you, Leo. Thank you, Lewis, for your 2 subs. Much appreciated, mate. Right. Here's a good question. Which moved? Oh, before I do that. Thank you, Saints FC Vlogs. Go and check out Freddie's channel. He's on the road to 250 subs. Keep it up, mate. Watford on their 3rd manager. Right, here's a good question from David. Hello, how you doing? How much do I think the Saints can get for Højbjerg? I think Southampton will probably get... Now, I know there was a bid that got turned down from Everton. I think it probably got turned down because he doesn't want to move to Everton. He's got his heart set on City or Tottenham, if I'm being completely honest. I think we'll probably get 25 million from him in the end. We want 35. But I think it's going to be closer to 25. Now, if Tottenham come in and they... Because apparently the thing with Tottenham's deal is they wanted to include Kyle Walker-Peters in the deal, and apparently we wanted it to be separate. And we weren't happy with that. But let's face it, if we get 25 million and Kyle Walker-Peters, it's effectively 35 million, really, isn't it? Yeah, KWP as part of the deal, that would be good. It would be good. The Everton, you guys played a good game last night. Very good game. Was it 1-0? 1-0 win against Sheffield United in the end? All right, kick off. Kick off, still no Jack. Jack, where are you? What should I message Jack? What should I tell him?
For me, can we hold the rabbit? Yes, please. Please. 2 seconds.
Just message him. Hurry up.
What they have to do is to stay in it.
Chat look lively. I've just put hurry up. What do I think the United West Ham game will be? Depends how United play. I think West Ham might take their foot off the gas now that they're definitely safe. And of course, Man United are chasing the Champions League spot. But it's an odd one because they've got to play Leicester at the end of the season on Sunday. So, all right, mate. Catch you later, buddy. Child duties. That's so important. Look at that. They're sharing a lover, and good to have plenty of support here. That's great. So if I got this right, we're all pretty much going for a City win. Is everyone thinking that? I'm sure one of you guys thought it was going to be 1-1.
Became the second most expensive fullback ever after Luis Hernandez, who opened that Atletico Madrid to Bayern Munich, 60 million. The player was then playing his
60 million. And there's the difference. Looks like Man City are playing in their kit for next season. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, Jack's in the room. Jack's in the room.
Football fans, how's it going?
We're just cramming in an extra live stream because we love football. So,
We do. We love you, football. Oh, no, my audio and everything's all over the place. 1 second.
so have you got the game on there too?
Yes. So
What time are you on?
I'm on 3 minutes 44.
I'm in the future. 4, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Here's the
16.
thing. I'll take 20 seconds over 40, and then I think it's 50 for the Bournemouth match. So
Yeah.
that's better. That's all I need.
You got a question here, Jack? How's the bath?
Deep,
I told everyone you were freshening up.
deep, and there was water. So yeah, just running home. Oh God, it's very, very warm out there, guys. Don't know if you've been outside, but it is disgusting.
Well, we'll take the sunshine. It's always nice.
Yeah, I guess so, but not when you got to walk home. And I forgot to take shorts to work, so the walk home with work trousers on is just not a fun time for anyone.
Yeah.
I don't like it, guys. It's all right now. I'm at home. I've got my Dr. Pepper. The fans on. The windows are open, and I'm watching a breezy game of football.
So what are you going for, Jack? I pretty much think this is going to be a 3-0 win to City.
Yep. Yeah. I'm gonna. If City score if City score before 20 minutes, I think it could be a fair routing for Watford. But I am kind of hoping Watford get a point out of this.
Yeah.
For reasons we discussed in the Bournemouth match. I've seen a lot of upset Bournemouth fans this week saying how they don't like the reaction of Southampton fans trying to send them down.
I don't quite understand that one. But
Yeah.
what are we supposed to do? Not try and win a football game?
Wait, here's the thing, right? I
I
get
have sentiments towards them, but
here's the thing. When they were promoted, it wasn't a rivalry, and I was happy to have Bournemouth up. But the Bournemouth fans on, away days for them, home, at St. Mary's, they don't treat it as a reasonable match. And there is ownership of the South, and it's been more because of their fans' reactions after games that I've been like, yeah, do you know what? Send them down the well.
well, do you remember there was trouble at the last home game?
The last few home games that we've had with them, they've been riot horses.
Yeah,
it's been like a derby.
Thing is, though, to be clear, though, it only takes 5 people,
obviously,
for it to appear like there's crowd trouble. Let's be honest. So it's a small minority of.
But Brighton fans don't do it.
No.
But I mean, there's not a lot of them anyway. There are only 5 of them, so only takes one of those guys.
No, I thought it was. Well, there's still hope for Bournemouth. There is still hope for Bournemouth, and if this game goes in favour of Man City, then it's definitely all to play for, because I can't see. Because who've Watford got? They've got Arsenal after this, haven't they? Arsenal away.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Off the top of my head, yes, I am looking up the stats to see what's going on.
Jack, you got a comment from David here. Your microphone is quiet.
My microphone's quiet. How about that?
I'm super loud though. Is that my problem?
I don't know. Who knows? I've just cranked mine up a little bit. You know, I'll give you a bit of extra juice if you need it.
Give us a bit more heat, Jack.
Yeah, just keep telling me if it's still quiet. Just let me know. You know, usually people tell me I'm too loud. So
everyone missed you here, Jack. Look, hey, Jack.
Don't worry, guys.
Loving that.
I'm here, guys. Don't worry about it.
So, so earlier in the chat, we were chatting about Salisu, pretty much on the brink of signing, and that's pretty much down to work permit. But we've got another question here from David. Any rumours the Saints going after anyone? Also, where do you think we can strengthen? And of course, Jack.
Like I've been saying, for me, it would be a creative midfielder, someone in the centre of the park to, you know, do some business, not just sort of not a box to box. You know, I know people sort of giving Højbjerg a lot of credit for that sort of part of his game.
Yeah,
and you know that is fair, but I'd rather see, you know, someone that's going to make us more of an attacking threat, so we don't always have to rely on the press. And even then, the press has a good delivery on it. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know who. I've been saying this for weeks, and I should probably start looking at players that I'd be like, oh, that'd be good, that'd be good. I keep saying Neuhaus from Gladbach because of my recent fan fondness of Gladbach over our Bundesliga stint.
Yeah.
But I don't know who else. Don't know who. Like, what I don't want, I don't really want a championship player. As great as they are, this isn't me knocking the championship. It's just that Shea Adams has taken a while to adjust, and I don't think if the next signing, I don't want that to be the adjustment. I'd rather the adjustment just to be settling into a team.
Yeah.
So I'd rather someone either in the Premier League or like a, I don't know how else. You know, we seem to do all right from wherever we go.
Yeah.
If we've got a plan and it's not just buying a player in hopes that they're going to do something. That's kind of like that's what Gabbiadini kind of was. Gabbiadini was, we need to score goals, just get a striker.
Yeah.
And luckily he did the bare minimum and nailed it.
Yeah. I did make a comment in the last episode actually of how ridiculously shallow our squad is.
Mm-hmm.
But when I suddenly thought about it, actually we've got a ton of players who are out on loan.
Yeah.
Who, let's face it, if they weren't out on loan and we'd be paying their wages, we'd be in a lot of trouble because they're expensive players. I'm talking about Lamina, Guido Carrillo. And let's not forget we've got Gineppo and Buffal. And there's a comment here from David down here about having a flair player in midfield. I'm guessing that we have Buffal for that. And
but that's the wings though. Like the wings is something else. Like we'd like to attack up the wings and sort of and cause that, but it's something in the middle, something that's gonna. Buffal and Gineppo won't pick a game up by the scruff of the neck and do something, you know, unless it's a crazy run. But
sorry, I've been distracted here. Sorry, jump back on that. There was an unbelievable save here. Oh, he just made it look good.
Just made it look good.
Rodrigo strike from way outside the box. It clips off the back of.
Oh yeah, I'm just getting
back of Raheem Sterling, I think actually.
I think so. I think that's what that was a save for the cameras. However, it was a good save.
That looked good. That's going on his highlight reel.
Exactly, that's what that is. He's seen that coming, going right against City as well. This is going to look awesome.
Yeah,
this is the one I'm going to bring to the kids, parent teacher day. This is the one I'm going to show off with.
Oh dear.
But yeah, like I say, in midfield, it just that control, that just someone to bring in. I don't know who, guys. But like I say, whoever we bring in next, I would like for it to be not a statesman, but like a mature head. You know, someone that's all like. It sounds silly, but that's almost like captain material as soon as they come in. Someone's going to take us.
That would be good. There was just trying to think about who it was here. Where is it?
fixture on Nigel Pearson's backroom start. That has continuity.
It was a striker we were linked with as well. I can't remember who it was. though.
Do we need another striker?
Well,
Unless you're going to get rid of one of them. You know, do you need Obafemi, Shay Adams, Long? I didn't mention Ings there because like he's a group above them. You don't even bother talking about him because he's staying forever until he physically can't go on anymore.
yeah, and heaven forbid someone should come in for him.
Mm.
An audacious amount of money.
But a player like a Tadic, obviously don't get Tadic back unless we can get Tadic back. But that sort of player, that's what we need.
Mm.
Any suggestions, guys? Let me know. What about you? What are you thinking?
Yeah, pretty similar, really. I mean, originally I was thinking that our by far right and left back positions need strengthening, but having seen the performance of Jake Vokins the other night, I thought he played great. I'd still prefer Ryan Bertrand in that position, but Ryan Bertrand is no spring chicken anymore. So
maybe another left back would be good because one competition is always good. And Volkins isn't going to start a lot. The worst thing to do is to be like what Brendan Williams had to do for Man United at the beginning of the season. It's sort of just him and Luke Shaw. And then when Luke Shaw got injured, he was just plastered with games. And then he was given a lot of heat because obviously this young kid isn't doing what he needs to be doing just yet.
Yeah.
So you don't want that to be the case. So maybe a bit of cover for there would be good. Hi, Ethan. Yeah.
So do we think Ralph is going to get a war chest? I think that's a quick answer to that one from me. Nope.
No. Unless we off like here's the thing, we've probably got, including Højbjerg, maybe 50 million's worth of dead weight that we could get rid of. That's maybe being maybe overestimating it a bit, but not really.
Yeah.
So if we had that, that'd be insane. And then also if he's still going, there's that 250 mil we get for Vestergaard.
Mm-hmm.
So although I don't know how Vestergaard's confused me in the last few games. I don't know whether I want to keep him or not.
Well, like I said, I mean, if we've acquired Salisu, maybe that's paving the exit for one of our centre backs.
But we've been after him since January. Like I've seen his name pop up. Even to be fair, even since last summer, I saw his name pop up with Danzo. I remember that. I remember being on the train going to Southampton and seeing those two rumours pop up.
Okay.
So that's been a while. So it's all a bit confusing, really, because you would have thought we would have maybe seen Danzo one more time. He must have really just come in and be like, and after a few games, they were like, "Oh my god, he's another Ali Dyer. What, this is awful. Like, who is this guy we've brought in? Like, have we made a mistake?" That's the only reason. It was
that bad. I honestly, you know about the video I did about 5 things we learned about Kevin Danso. I thought he was a.
That's the thing. When we saw him, he was good, and then he got a red card. In that, was that the United game when it was 2-2? Was that the game he got sent off?
1-1.
Where is it? 1-1.
Yeah.
That's when he got sent off and Vestergaard scored a header. So it was a crazy game. He
got sent off because he was playing in left back, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was playing in left back, and I think he might have had one other game before that where he played centre back.
Yeah.
And you were like, actually, he's pretty good. And then he played left back, and you're like, he's sort of out of position, but he's still got something there.
Yeah.
And then it was a red card for. I honestly thought when he got it, it was like, he was trying too much there. He was trying too hard, and he just made a silly decision. Yeah. Almost like not a good red card, but a red card where I understand why it happened, why he did it. And then I thought, we never saw him again. So
yeah, I thought he had a but he's definitely a favoured left back, I would say.
Yeah.
No, sorry, centre back. Centre back. Yeah.
Maybe that is what happened, is that we'll end up signing Danzo and he's actually the left back that we've been thinking about.
Yeah. Evening, Tristan.
Evening, boys. Yeah, pretty good.
It is an interesting one. There's another question up here I'm going to revert back to in a second. But Matt Target for left back cover.
Didn't we just sell him?
Well, I don't think he's really shone that well at Aston Villa. If there's any Villa fans in the room, please let me know. But I don't think he's done anything particularly special there. I mean, he only scored 1 goal for us, to be fair. But
my bias leads towards no, purely because my girlfriend went to school with him and she said he was a bit of a meanie. So therefore, no, never. He can't come back. I've been told the boy from Eastleigh was a bully.
Just quickly on the Salisu deal, our opinions. Just to comment on that, from the highlight reels I've seen, he looks pretty decent. He looks like it might have a red card in him though. It does look lively, but bit of discipline. Who knows? Oh, and just going back to that Danzo red cards, I remember that happened right in front of where we sat as well, and he was that far away from doing the most glorious challenge on a Man United player, and he was thinking, I am not going to let McTominay run past me, and he just jumped in.
Yep.
Sadly, it didn't work. And
that was it. So in that moment, I thought we'd definitely see him again. So, but I guess not. As far as Salisu for me goes, I've been thinking for a while that we are a little bit of a nice team. There's not that scary guy to come up against. Like that was what Van Dijk was. You didn't want to come up against Van Dijk. And as good as Stevens and Bednarak are, you're not like, oh, here they come. But from what I've seen of Salisu's highlight package, it's just like, here we go. Is someone being a bit mean on the pitch? Someone that's gonna maybe break a few ankles. I love a Roy Keane. That's the thing. That's the problem. I love a Roy Keane. I love someone that's going to hurt someone. I love a Vieira.
Oh dear. There's another one up here. This is one I want to jump back into. It's from Leo. Would we take Lallana back?
Would you?
I might be tempted.
Here's the thing.
Depends on his injuries, doesn't it?
That's the thing, right? Danny Ings has had such a good turnaround, and Lallana, you almost question why he went in the first place. Well, you know why he went because it was Liverpool, and he now has a Premier League trophy. But now he's got that, he's not going to be in that team, and he knows how good he is here, and he was so good here. Why not come back? So, and the preference of like how good Danny Ings has been, yes,
yeah,
and because I'm a bit sentimental. Yes, I am the kind of guy that if I'm playing FIFA and I've got no money to spend, I'll buy old Southampton players. I was buying David Prutton until the day he retired. I was buying Matt Oakley until he was not doing anything anymore. Last season I was trying to sign Anders Svensson. I love the Svenssons, Anders and Michael Svensson. I always try to get them. So for that sense, yes. But as current form goes, and if I was the more sensible football fan, I'll probably say no.
But also Ralph has made it very clear that he's not about buying 30 plus players, 30
exactly
above the age of 30 and paying high wages for them because it's not the Southampton way.
If it's a case of buying him because we can buy him, no. If Ralph's got an idea, then yeah, sure. For sure.
Yeah, I think it's a good shout, but we certainly shouldn't be just buying him because he is 32 now, so even if he was to get...
Is he really 32?
It's mad, isn't it?
Schürrle just retired and he's 29. How is Lallana older than Schürrle? That makes no sense. That's crazy.
Who's the German striker? I can't remember his name now. Oh.
You're going to narrow it down. That was a
one. The German striker.
Did he play for us?
No. He plays for Bayern Munich still.
Oh, Lewandowski.
No, he's Polish.
Oh yeah. That guy.
Someone help me out on the chat. Not closer.
You're not talking about Werner?
He's got really big eyes and a funny shaped mouth. Bye.
Big eyes and a funny shaped mouth. When you say that, I think Ribery, but obviously that's not right.
Right. Bayern Munich strikers. I'm Googling it. I'm googling it whilst I have their drinks break.
I can't wait for him not to have big eyes on the phone.
This is why the subscribers tune in, is to get Muller. Muller, thank you.
Muller.
There we go.
He's known for his corners.
Yeah.
I love a Muller corner, me.
Thomas
Cherry one. Cherry
Thomas
ones I like.
Thomas Muller is a player who I thought was a lot older than he was.
How old is he? 17?
He's 30 now, but I remember when I was talking about him, I thought he was like 35, and that was about 5 years ago.
It's disgraceful when that happened.
So yeah.
I think that's the funny thing when you see certain players, and then they play at their prime at a club, and then they go away to another club for so long. You think, well, he must be knackered. And it's just ways that you think about players. I remember during the World Cup where I saw Martin Skirtle with hair for the first time, and it really scared me because I was like, "What?" I thought that he had nothing.
Yeah,
that's a lovely wax hairdo.
So, does anyone know anything about the Watford manager?
I actually don't know who they've got on. Who is what's going on?
Well, it looks like.
Is he just the caretaker? Is he just the Was he the assistant? What's going on?
It's not.
Hayden Mullins.
Yeah, it looks like Hayden Mullins.
Hayden Mullins is interim.
Hayden Mullins was the caretaker manager between Sanchez Flores.
Okay, so he's the under 23s manager.
Oh, okay. Well, he's now Hayden
so
Mullins.
He'll just be interim.
Yeah.
But I'd probably say if they're going to get relegated, which I think they're just banking on, that's what they're doing by doing that, you know.
Really?
Well, here's the thing: imagine if we fired Mark Hughes before the end of that season.
Yeah.
You'd be like, what was the point? What was the point in getting him in? And then are you just conceding to that? You know, there's no you're better off. For me, it's a bit of a conceit, or were they just at the point where it can't get any worse? So, but in my mind, what this looks like to me, if Watford was smart, is that they would just give this guy the job and be like, just rebuild this. Like if you're the under 23s guy and he's been there since 2016, he's interim twice. Screw it.
Yeah.
Just be like, what do you think? You're the one. It's like Ralph giving the under 21s the new regime of how to play football. Why not, have a way of playing and go from there and make it a club ethos? And if he's already settled, under 23s, he's been there for a long time. He might have a clue.
Yeah. I still think something happened. You lost a dressing room or something like that.
So his last tenure as a caretaker was 2 games, and they drew 1 and they lost 1. So why not, eh?
Well, Watford went on that over Christmas, which was the same as us. I think they got 10, 12 points over a similar period.
Yeah, it's they had spurts, but they just don't like it, do they, Watford? Troy Deeney's amazing, but he can't win them everything.
No. It's a fun one. Imagine Coutinho at Southampton. God, that'd be something.
Oh, yeah.
Can't imagine we can afford his wages though.
Have him on loan?
No. He'd still be paying his wages if he's on loan.
I tell you a name that speaking of talking about caretaker managers, right? A name that I completely tried to blank out of my mind was Steve Wrigley until somebody mentioned it the other day on a post. You remember Steve Wrigley? He was our manager after Gordon Strachan, and then he was there for a couple of games, and then Paul Sturrock came in, did an awful job, and then they were like, "We'll just give Steve Wrigley the job for 17 games." He had it for. Like when I look at that run after Gordon Strachan, it's like, oh my God, no wonder we hired Harry Redknapp. Like terrible.
Of course, Crystal Palace just gone on a terrible run of losing 7 games.
Yeah, Paul Roy.
Yeah.
Paul Roy.
No. Evening, Tom. Just left the office and streaming this in a takeaway. What are you ordering, Tom?
Oh,
This
don't
is
say it because it's going to be better than whatever we can have. So
yeah, we can gloat to the rest of the chat room. Now, this was an impromptu stream that I had an idea about doing, and Jack said he wasn't busy tonight, so I thought, yeah, let's do it.
Jump on it. So should we have a little chat about my little fan recognition today?
Right. Okay. So I had a message from Jack earlier, just to keep everyone here in the loop, and you just messaged me, Mike. I was like, what? It says, I've just been recognised from the vlog.
It was weird.
So Jack, what did you sign? You signed their shirt or something like that?
No, I don't do autographs. I don't want that being out there. Too many forgeries. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I was just coming out of the little corner shop opposite the shop that I work in just to get a drink, and I came out and there's a chap wearing a Saints top. He went, "Oi, don't you do a Saints YouTube thing?" I was like, yeah, I do. He goes, "Oh yeah, man, I've seen a few. Good." Cheers, man.
Did he like them?
I'm pretty, yeah, from the sounds of it, he was like, "Yeah, man, yeah, I watched a few of those. Those are good. I like the match day things." I was like, "Oh yeah, man, cheers, thanks for watching." I was like, "Make sure you subscribe."
Oh dear.
So if you're, you know, he was a bit older. I won't say names, but if you're watching this, it was nice to meet you.
Welcome.
To meet you, nice. And yeah, thanks for watching. Same goes for any of you. If you see us in Five Guys pre-game, always come and say hello.
Yeah, definitely. Well, do you know what? When this goes back to normal, we've got to try and do something that sort of incorporates one and all, because I think this is yeah, that could be fun. We'll be in Five Guys, let's face it, before every game.
Yeah, literally. Even if it's it'll probably be a Five Guys live stream most games now.
Yeah. Love that shortness of breath walking to the stadium after a Five Guys.
Here's the thing. The good thing about that is that when I sit down, I'm so hot from like sweating this burger through. I'm actually quite. If it's a cold day, I'm actually all right now at St Mary's. I'm just sweating off a burger.
Logic.
And I've got that hot chocolate.
Oh. We have a goal. We have a goal.
I'm assuming it's not Watford.
No, it's a goal by Raheem Sterling, and he could not have hit that any harder. Wow.
He wants to break nets, doesn't he?
Yeah. Ball comes in. Kyle Walker all by himself. Absolutely hammers it in. Ben Foster's like, ugh.
For God's sake.
Not
Yeah,
going near that.
I don't know what's. I bet he knew that the Nigel Pearson thing was coming. And he was prepping for it. He's like, I hope they fire him this week. And then they wait a week, and it's like, no, I've got to play City. Why couldn't you do it last week?
Yeah, exactly. Nice first gig. News just in: Tom is having a mixed sheesh. Nice.
Fair play, boy. What sauce do you go for, or if you go for a sauce at all? Do you? I mean, what about you, Mike? What's your kebab option? What do you?
I'll be honest. The times I'm ordering a kebab, I don't know what I'm ordering.
No, you're not primed with it. You don't have it.
I don't know. Lots of raw onions, which I normally get told off for.
That's the thing. I get smelly stuff. Raw
think
onions, garlic mayo. They've got like red cabbage. Throw all on there.
Garlic mayo. Yeah, just all the things that are going to make you stink as much as possible.
Disgusting things, and they've got an onion bhaji. Throw it in. I've recently found out the fish and chip shop near mine does like spring rolls, like big spring rolls, and it's changed my fish and chips for life. They're so good.
So
Harnham Fish and Chips have the best fish and chips.
Oh.
That's my recommendation. If you're in Salisbury, come up to Harnham.
Nice
fish and chips.
So, David, you're going to need an agency, Jack, for that recognition in the street.
Well, you know, I am seeking representation, mainly for court dates, but What can I say? What can I say?
Okay, I've updated the banner now, so it's got a correct score on it. So there is now a 3-goal difference between Villa and Bournemouth.
That's I mean, that's the other thing you got to think of. What if Villa somehow turn it around and escape it? Because it could be Watford, Bournemouth, Norwich.
Yeah, yeah.
I could see Villa escaping it. Sure, why not? They got a game in hand,
Which is later tonight. Should do a
Yep.
live keeper as well. It's gonna be a long night, this one.
long night. With a little bit of luck, we can make it through the night.
We got Chaz in the room. Hello, Chaz. How you doing, mate?
What up, Chaz?
We got Youssef, who's simply declaring he is French.
I am
Welcome.
French.
Welcome.
Do you know Valerie? Is he a nice guy in real life?
It's the weirdest question you put out in the chat. But there we go. Good
Wow.
stuff.
Why not? But that's good. So are they in France? Because we were sort of playing the countries game last time, weren't we?
We had someone from Peru, someone from South Africa, and a guy in Australia who bet 500 Australian dollars on the Saints win.
Smart man.
Do you know what though? Those last 5 minutes were funny as.
Yeah, they were stressful. We also had somebody from Las Vegas.
You did.
Which I forgot about until I was watching that History Channel show again.
You did.
It was we had all over the shop.
Tom's comments got everyone talking about kebabs now. Donna kebab.
Yeah, man. Straight up Donna. I don't go for your mixed stuff. Just give me all that lamb.
Yep. Hello, Nathan. Good to have you in the room. Ethan is from Salisbury.
All the best people are, mate. Hope you're in the SP2 Massive.
So I see this game going only one way now.
Troy Deeney coming up with a hat-trick.
It will be Ken. Well, unless Watford decide to do just keep it at 1. But I think in doing that, they'll be torn to pieces.
Yeah, they don't. It's funny, isn't it? Like now that you see other teams having beaten Man City, when you watch other people play it now, you're like, oh, they could play it like us, but you've got to be like we were. Like it's one of those games where you're like, we were so good that game, and you don't want to be braggadocious, but you'll be like, your defense has got to be as good as us that day because we were wicked. And if you're gonna play like that,
yeah,
you've got to be Jack Stevens good.
We never thought we'd be saying that.
I might just get it tattooed. Jack Stevens good. I've got to be Jack Stevens good.
Hey Jack, I've got news. The stat man is back.
Stat man back.
Stat man is back in the room. Right, stat man. Are you available for this stream and the stream after? We have lots of questions for you, as always. There was a question back here from David. Who can name the Saints' oldest player and their age? Not right now, but whilst they were playing.
I would say.
I think it's pretty.
I would say Calvin Davies.
Yeah, maybe.
Because he was. I was just thinking about a grey player. He's the greyest player I could think of. Not. He's a silver fox, but that would be my guess.
Yeah, probably my guess as well.
Although if you look at like pictures of Mark Hughes when he played for us, he did look 105.
Mark Hughes looks younger now than he did when he played for us. That's the scary thing about it. Okay. I think Tom liked your comment. Jack Stevens good. How good is he? He's Jack Stevens good. Yeah, that's another shout. Good shout. Chris Marsden looked about 60 when he was 28. So that's a problem.
Chris Marsden, another one I would buy all the time. I love Chris Marsden. When I was a kid, there was a thing when emails first started coming around where you could email Saints players. If you signed up for this thing, you could email And 1 month it was Jason Dodd, and I emailed Jason Dodd asking if anybody in the Saints locker room was an Elvis Presley fan. And
Yeah.
he was like, and he told me apparently Chris Marsden does a very good Elvis Presley.
There you go.
That's a little sneak peek into my childhood. That's the sort of questions I was asking footballers. Who likes Elvis? It was my two loves, Southampton and Elvis. What can I say?
So there we go. So Chris Marsden, if you're watching, get in touch. We'd love to have you on the show.
I'd love to do a duet with you. Love Me Tender or something a bit more upbeat, whatever you want.
That would be fun. Statman is reckoning Davis was 39.
Wow.
So yeah.
I thought that was a good guess. If there was a player in his spot 40s. Yes.
Penalty to Man City.
No joke, Dave. You have no idea how happy I am I got that.
This is oh my goodness.
This is so dangerous, aren't they?
He just stabbed his foot in and then the other player kicked him whilst he was on the floor. I think it's a penalty. I kind of look outside the box from here, but I've not seen a replay of it yet. I am going to get ready and adjust this now because I don't see them missing a penalty.
Oh, is it definitely a penalty? It looks right on the edge to me.
Yeah, it's a penalty. This will be the fastest score update I've done if they score.
He's on it.
Ready? I'm on the button. You saved me.
Delete
Save
all that hard work.
There we go.
Here we are. A save from him. Come on, Watford. Bring it around. Let's have a big upset. New City kit looks like a swimming pool, doesn't it? Oh, it's a good save.
It is. It's a much better penalty than, dare I say, the Danny Ings one.
Oh, yeah, Danny Ings one was terrible.
That's pretty horrible, that one.
Unfortunate for Ben Foster. It was a good save.
It was.
Fair play. Fair play.
I don't particularly like these Puma kits from that Man City are getting because their last.
Who would you like as our next sponsor after Under Armour?
Adidas. I think that if it was to be Adidas, though, the danger is you then get a generic kit with your logo on it, and suddenly you've got the same kit as Stoke City or whoever, and it just happens to have a Saints badge on it. So,
I quite like a New Balance kit.
really?
Yeah. That one, a New Balance. If somehow we can get a Pony kit, that'd be cool.
Oh yeah, Pony.
Come on, Pony.
And if Draper Tools could suddenly need heavy sponsorship.
Here's the thing, right?
They sell a ton of tools in the Far East, and they suddenly need to get exposure.
As silly as that would be, like, you can't buy Southampton shirts anywhere that isn't the Southampton store. Do you know what I mean? It's not like you can walk into a Sports Direct or a JD Sports and pick one up. So
we can Southampton.
Exactly. So why? So if that's the case, why not just get a low key brand like a Pony? Like that'd be great. Why not? Go. Like I always liked the Southampton owned ones with our own little S on it.
Yeah.
They were pricey, but they were cool.
All right.
They were cool.
Adidas kits are all the same. It's true. Yeah. But they've done a pretty decent job with the Arsenal kits.
I always like Umbro because Umbro seem to because they're English and they love it's all about English football and English tailor, and they kind of suit English teams. I feel like look at the new West Ham kit, and I know it looks exactly like the Burnley kit, but it kind of just looks like a classic football shirt to me. It's like, yeah, It's simple,
Yeah.
classic, but not in a boring sense. That's classic. I feel like if Umbro made us another one, it would look like the 02-03 home shirt where it's just red and white stripes. Just nothing fancy, just red and white stripes, black lining.
What about a Hummel kit?
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Who knows? Post-COVID, you might see a ton of new brands coming out from the ashes. Maybe.
I've seen a few people from a lot of my friends have started doing clothing and jewelry ever since lockdown. So hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully one of them can get the license.
Can you imagine? That'd be quite something. Zach Shannon's back in the room.
Oh yes, mate. Yeah, pal. Yeah. I even got my beard trimmed, so we've got similar ones. Well, I say I got it trimmed. Like, it was a free gift from my barbers, but
Say something about doing stuff with possession. Go on.
I love possession. It's 9/10 of the law. Is that the kind of thing you're after?
Yeah. An ambitious Austrian accent, maybe, but that's fine.
I don't have to do the accent. It's you know, it's just passe to do the accent. I channel him in other ways. Pure vibe.
Oh, look at this. Wolves and Cardiff kits, they're both Adidas, but with the same design. Hereford FC, like an Adidas, so we can't. Gives us money, really, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think Hereford FC will be charging megabucks to these manufacturers to feature their kit.
Here's a weird one. They're not the biggest or best anymore, but when was the last time Reebok sponsored a kit? I remember it was Bolton. It was always just Bolton that they did. And then they did those Liverpool kits back in the day. But never see a Reebok kit anymore, do you?
No.
Do they sponsor anyone? Are they even still a company?
Well, they did the UFC thing for a while, didn't they?
Well, that's the thing. They've just lost their that one. So they must still be going strong.
De Bruyne just had a chance.
Oh, I like De Bruyne to do something. I would like those fantasy team points, please. all but confirm my victory, guys. Mid-table FC really came to their own this year.
Yeah.
Danny Ings really did me some favors. As did Jack Stevens. Jack Stevens was a great person having the back line, as was McCarthy.
Yeah.
Who's got?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, my nice Gladback shirt is a Reebok one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. Maybe they take into other leagues.
Yeah, just gone out of football. Who would have guessed it, eh? Although they are an English company, so
Yeah.
since 2005, it is a subsidy of Adidas, so it's a part of Adidas now.
Oh, okay. Oh, chance for Watford there. Oh, standoff. Flipping out, it just landed on Laporte there. That's a funny one.
So, I've just done my reading, and it was up until Liverpool that Reebok were doing the shirts, but then since they've been taken over by Adidas, they're like, we just have Adidas.
Yeah. Go look at that.
Rip it, bro. Rip it, Reebok.
Reebok by Adidas. Is there anything this guy does not know? My goodness.
I like your stat, man.
Look at that. Right, it's half time. Watford 0, Man City 2.
Well, it was the first. It went the way you thought it would, didn't it? But that's cool. Hereford have got a pink kit, eh?
Yeah, apparently identical to the Leicester kit, which I quite liked.
Yeah, so do I. I like a pink kit. You know, I look good in pink. It makes my eyes pop. So
Yeah. So right, as it stands at the moment, that scoreline means now this is a big if. Liam's in the room. Hello, Liam. How you doing?
oh yeah, cousin.
This is a big if. Now, if Villa were to beat Arsenal 2-0,
Yep.
I guess it would go on goals scored. There would be level 1 on goal difference. So that's a big if. And of course, if this remains just 2-0 to Man City. But this is the difference, really. And the same thing applies to Bournemouth. But Bournemouth have got to go to Everton and pick up a win.
It's all
Doable.
It's all interesting stuff, man. It's a great way to end the season. You know, it's a bit of excitement. I'm looking forward to Leicester Man United. That's going to be a fun game.
Yep.
But what more likely is it's going to be is a 0-0 game.
You reckon?
Yeah, because they always are, aren't they? Although since I don't think since lockdown, any of the game apart from the Everton Liverpool game, there's not really been like a hyped game that's not been good. That was probably the worst game of football. No, Spurs Bournemouth is the worst game of football. Followed by
yeah, that was terrible. So assuming Man United get something against West Ham tomorrow, then a draw would be enough for them.
Yep. That's all they need. All they need. I think Brendan Rodgers will look a bit silly if he can somehow drop in the fifth. He's had a real bad return, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Not great.
But tomorrow night's result is really down to goal difference because they've got identical goal difference.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? I think aren't we the same as Everton as well?
No, off by 1.
Off by 1. That's probably after the last game. But yeah, just remember, looking at the table the other day, it was just like, wow, everyone's got a team that's had a really similar season to them, apart from Norwich and Liverpool.
Yeah.
This is a stat I heard today. Since the restart, Norwich have gotten more red cards than goals.
Oh dear.
That's not a stat you'll want on your
Yeah.
point.
I'm going to change my green screen. Hang on.
The only thing that can make things better for Norwich fans is at halftime on Sunday, as Delia Smith comes out with a glass of rosé in her hand. Hey! G them up again. That's what we need.
Yeah, where are you?
Where are you? Just be having you. That clip to this day, it's not even funny. It's just so hard to watch because, like, at first you're like, it's a little bit funny. Then you realise it is just a drunk lady on the pitch just shouting at people.
Yeah, we don't want to speak out of line here, but she did look.
She is Larry. Watching that video back I've watched it. It's like she's had a few.
We've all been there in the heat of the moment. Thought, I've got an idea. This is a great idea. You get out of the pitch and you realise this was not a good idea.
We all have that idea, Mike. But usually when you have that idea, the next thought is the steward's going to stop me. she doesn't have that problem.
Yeah.
Although saying that, Premier League stewards, you probably have a chance.
I'm sure they're briefed not to interfere too much. I'm sure of it.
I'm of the opinion that stewards in football matches need to be upped ever since Jack Grealish got punched.
Yeah, that
wouldn't happen in an NBA game. That's all I'm saying.
No.
Wouldn't happen in an NFL game. Shouldn't happen. and it shouldn't happen in England in football.
I think Tom enjoyed your stat about Norwich there. More red
Right.
cards and goals.
I would say it's a good one to use against your Norwich friends, but then again, I don't really know any. I know one. I know one.
Maybe two.
Is one of them? Do you know Tom Balk?
No.
That's weird. That's weird. Usually everyone knows Tom Balk. I'm sure people in the chat, if you know Tom.
He's a Norwich fan.
Yeah, he's a Norwich fan. Mr. Salisbury Music. We all love Tom.
Loving the conference. We're at 1,000 subs yet. What are we at? Let's have a look.
Well, I did get the confirmation text earlier on today that we hit 900, and then about...
It kept jumping back and forth. We're at 899, 900, 899, 900. We're currently at 901.
We're coming for you.
Yeah.
Ugly inside, we're coming for you. We're coming for you.
I think we're very fortunate at Southampton. We've got some decent channels.
Yeah, we do.
Inside one of them, Saints Views, another one.
Yeah, I had the ugly. I love it. The Ugly Inside podcast. I had that on yesterday when I woke up. Had it with my poached eggs. It was great. Great way to start the day.
Yeah. Right. I'm just going to go grab a drink. Jack, I'll leave the kid around to Jack. You can sing a song or something, maybe.
Yeah, sure. Oh, when the Saints are watching. Who knows? Who knows? Content time. So subs. How's it going down there? How's it going out there in the chats? How's it going, cousin Liam? How's it going, Tom? Do we know when do we all think we're going to be back in the stadiums then for watching games? End of October? But do you think they'll start the season in August still? So I'll get more of a refund on the first few games on my season ticket. When are we coming back, guys? Here's the thing. I say this. I'm going to have to go on YouTube on my phone to see if you give me answers because Mike's the pro. See, I still think he was outside the box on that pen. I think I'll probably be wrong on that, but for me, kind of looks that way. October at the earliest, William says. Season starts September. Is that when we're starting? September 12th? Is that confirmed? Is that a date that you know for sure? Yes, Nick. I am Dom. This is clean content. Hopefully October latest. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like October latest. Still wait. I guess because they're gonna have the Champions League, aren't they, in August? Which, by the way, guys, if you like these, me and Mike will probably do the Champions League as well. So let us know if you want that. Pretty sure it's been confirmed, but behind closed doors. But yeah, but that's what I mean. But at no point when buying our season tickets did they say, "Oh, we might not be there for the first few games." It didn't mention that at all. So it wasn't even like due to current events, it might be changed. Didn't mention any of that. It was just buy the ticket and then get your vouchers. I still haven't gotten my vouchers. I've still, I want my shop vouchers. But Mike seems to tell me that the vouchers I get won't be. I can't use them on a shirt, which is just stupid. How dare they? So, two things. Who's winning the FA Cup? Who's winning the Champions League? Let's say some of those predictions and the thing. Me and Mike will talk about it a bit, I'm sure. We're going to need something to talk about, but he's left me on my own, so I get to ask you whatever I want, I guess. Get to say whatever I want until I run out. Jack, take me to a game. No. Sure, why not? When I know we're allowed back in the stadium, you can all come hang out with us. Don't tell Mike I said that. But you can. Yeah, I still don't think it was a penalty. I think it was a free kick. Change my mind. Show me the lines, guys. Show me the lines. Mike's gone to make food, sandwich, drink. He's there.
Hey, what did I miss, everyone?
He's not even gone. So your comment was silly.
I've just been sat to the side for the last 5 minutes. Sorry, everyone. About Jack, you inspired me with your talk of Chris Marsden doing an Elvis impression, so I got myself an Elvis juice.
Smart. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Other drinks are available.
You're a big Brewdog family, aren't you?
Bit of a fanboy, yeah.
Yeah, loving it.
My next door neighbour is a shareholder in Brewdog.
Oh, I see. I get it now.
I get the impression everyone's a shareholder in Brewdog, from what I understand.
I mean, yeah. Depends, really. Depends how much of a night out I'm having. A Brewdog is a nice sit back and relax drink. It's a not, let's see how many I can get in me before I can't get any more in me.
Yeah.
Because that game's over fast.
Although they do a very nice beer. I can highly recommend for those of legal age, of course. Called Jack Hammer. It's a good one. And it's very, very tasty, but unfortunately it's very, very strong, but it doesn't taste strong.
That's not unfortunate. That's
right. It is if you've got a taste for it. So.
Again, no, it's not. it's a problem for the people around you.
Yeah.
Not really yourself. I'm a big Beer Moretti fan. Everyone likes a Beer Moretti.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful beverage. Oh, though I do like a Mexican lager. So you give me a Corona or a what's the one I like? Austrada as well, but that's not that. That's not Mexican, I don't think.
Modelo.
That's the one. Modelo. Love that.
It's a nice beer, that one.
I think it's just because I watch so much UFC and advertising really works on me. And if it's a fight night at UFC, you can tell, because my fridge is full of Modelo and Monster Energy. It's nothing but.
That's the one.
Shout out to anybody watching the Fight Island right now. By the way, there've been some cracking sessions out there.
That's been fun.
Apparently, Everton have had a 25 million bid expected for Pierre.
Turned down.
No, apparently that's the one. Apparently, Everton have had a 25 million bid accepted. Oh, they accepted for Pierre. 25.
Wow.
That can only. So I'm going to guess, right, that Tottenham probably only wanted us to pay 10 mil plus Kyle Walker-Peters. That's what I'm going to assume where their deal was.
I think they probably wanted to pay 25.
That's what I mean. Because the problem was we wanted to put those deals separately. We wanted to put those deals separately, right?
Yeah.
That was the hold up. So I'm going to assume that they wanted to pay 25 for Højbjerg, but they wanted to pay 10 and Walker-Peters. When in reality, you could probably get Walker-Peters for 10 million and you can get 30, like 20, like you can get a better deal than that if you went separately. I always find that the trade-off isn't quite as fair as it should be when you're exchanging a player.
Thing is, though, Pierre isn't going to do anything at Everton. Even with because the operation of Everton has been pretty big for the last few seasons, and they've spent a lot of money.
But they haven't had this manager, and he is way above everyone else that they've had. Like,
it's true.
You got to put some respect on that name. On those eyebrows, you've got to give.
Yeah, but I think this might be another Schneiderlin thing where he'll basically play a couple of seasons and then drift off into obscurity back into the...
Yeah, but don't forget, he is 23, 24.
Yeah.
He's still very young. It's not like he's like... How old was... Who did you just say?
Schneiderlin.
How old was Schneiderlin when he left us? 26, 27,
Yeah.
probably a bit older.
Yeah, Jesus was on. De Bruyne. It's a handball shout. Of course, all going off here.
We'll see whether VAR has something to say about that.
I was just about to say something. Sound like it hit his arm, as if I could hear it on this. So, if Pierre's going for 25, do we think it's decent? Tom thinks it's decent.
Yeah.
I think it's decent.
Yeah, if
COVID money.
yeah, that's what I mean. COVID money. What what we're going to be doing with people.
I just don't understand the logic.
I don't understand it either on his part.
For him as a
as
player who wants to go and win things.
Exactly. As if I was Højbjerg, right, and I was looking at the offers, I'd be like, Everton, right. They have an amazing manager. They've got big plans for the future, but track record says they're not going to do any of that because they just haven't ever done any of that. And you look at Tottenham and you're like, would you rather be managed by, Jose or Ralph? You can just look at the Spurs team and be like, I don't want to be in that environment.
Mm.
And then there was the rumor of Ajax. Now, if Ajax put in a bid for him, that would make total sense.
Yeah.
I mean, look what it's done for Tadic. I would have thought he would try to do something like that. But a team that's actually in Europe, and a team that actually has a chance of winning something that isn't just a trophy, and that isn't a trophy that we could also maybe win. Like we could maybe win a League Cup. We could maybe win the FA Cup.
Mm.
So,
well, I think probably what's on the table with Pierre is that if he looks at the situation and goes, okay, it's definitely a handball.
But who in the past few years has left Everton to a better club? John Stones?
Lukaku?
Yeah, but what? I guess so, but it wasn't like he didn't flower at United, did he?
So I'm being distracted here. There's a blatant handball. Have you seen it?
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? If that ball would hit him there, I get it, but it's gone to go underneath him and he's put his hands down there to try and stop it. So
Yeah,
I would
right.
say it was a handball.
That was odd. So anyway, I was talking about Pierre, wasn't I?
Yeah.
So if Pierre goes to Man City, I'm being hypothetical here.
Wow. Yeah, that's the one.
If he goes there, he's going to be playing third fiddle to whoever.
Yeah, that's the thing. He will be
going to start. If he goes to Spurs, he might possibly start in terms of the progression.
He'd start in the Spurs squad.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't help that Spurs squad.
No.
Because
I just don't get it. Wow. Well, either way, he's not suited the Southampton squad, I think, for at least this season.
At least since Christmas. Before Christmas, you could kind of argue that he was somewhat trying to do stuff, but then once the team started getting going, it's one of those things. It's like there are players in the squad that you love, or you really rate. Because when we're playing badly, they tend to shine through because they're kind of just trying to make something, do something. When it comes to actually playing in a system that doesn't work for them, you then very quickly kind of see who's not meant for your team and who's not meant to be there. So like we said with Gabbiadini, like he was our best striker by the end of that season, and going in, he was.
Coming here from Emily, we've won more games than Everton this season, haven't we? We have. We've won 14 games and they've won 13 games.
That's right.
And we've just finally managed to catch up on some draws, which you haven't had in a long time, have we?
No, it's been
still got fewest draws. No, not quite that. We're on a par with Villa, Bournemouth, West Ham. Still lost 16 games over the season. It feels like every single one of them was at home. Not far off the truth.
Not far off the truth.
Da, da, da. Here's a thought. Will Pierre start ahead of Schneiderlin?
Now, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, Schneiderlin's. When was the last? Yeah, Schneiderlin's not done anything since he went to United, has he?
No, very quiet Everton. And does Pierre's style of football suit an older management head, old school managed football like Ancelotti? Is he old school? Is Ancelotti old school? Is that? Am I being unfair saying that?
Here's the thing about Everton. Right now, they're in a sort of a stage of Ancelotti where I'm not sure what sort of football they're trying to play or what sort of system they're trying to do. Right now, it seems to be steady the boat. Same with Arteta. Like, I don't quite know what his style or what his idea for the team is yet because he's steadying the ship. So it's only them that know what they're going to be doing. But I'm going to imagine that high press is going to be that's going to be the style that everyone wants to play because it seems to work. However,
next season though, with everything, you got Bielsa, you got Pep, Klopp, Hasenhüttl.
He's the main one.
And you wonder why the TV money is the biggest in the Premier League. This is why the TV money is the biggest in the Premier League. Well, bigger than the other leagues.
Can he argue it?
Wheel for choice.
Which makes you question why it's only been since COVID that we've been actually able to watch all the games.
Yeah.
I wish I could have been. You could have been a TV executive in the 90s when they started the Premier League and been like, listen, you could go to Sky or just make your own channel where you can watch all of it. Just have Premier League channel 1 to 11, so you can always have every game on.
100%.
Idiots! Like, Sky ruined football in this country.
The thing is, the Premier League could set that up and charge
so easy.
£15 a month, as much as that. £15 a month, and they clean up.
That's the thing. It's so easy to start that kind of subscription service where you can have your own. Like, it's so easy. Like, if the WWE can do it and UFC can do it, there's no reason. If Prime can handle doing that many games as well as live streaming everything else it does, there's no reason why they can't do it. It would be amazing because I love the Premier League website itself. I love the fact it's got all the stats on there, highlights from as far back as they can go.
Yeah.
I just wish if they could just stream all the games, it'd be brilliant. Brilliant.
Yeah, definitely. Question here from Saints FC Vlogs. I'm going to put it up. Do you miss going to the stadiums and vlogging the games? Because I do. I do miss that tremendously. I don't think there's anyone who isn't desperately missing the live football experience. We chatted about this in the past, actually, Jack. And we would actually go and watch an abysmal 2-0 loss just for the sake of having some live football.
Exactly, just to go and feel that atmosphere for at least 10 minutes of people singing and having a good time. It's like it's that football is an escapism for a lot of people, especially myself. That you can go there for 90 minutes and it's the world gone for you. I hate the fact there's poor signal at St Mary's, but I also love it because it means like no one can get me. So it's just I love being in that headspace for 90 minutes and not being able to leave it.
How many handball shots are there?
Yeah, so I've just miss that excuse. As nice as it is to be able to watch the games in the comfort of my own house, it's also a pain because everyone can ping me up on Messenger, and they all know I'm free because I'm doing this. I can't be like I'm not at home. We're like, well, I've just gone on YouTube and I can see quite clearly you're sat in your room.
Yeah. But you know, I was watching a couple of the old episodes, and there's sort of little montages I did pre-game, the players warming up and the walkouts, stuff like that. Oh, that was almost heartbreaking to see that.
Yeah.
If
people don't know the method, by the way, what happens at games is me and Mike get there relatively early. You know, if we can, we try get there an hour maybe sometimes.
Yeah.
And we'll get there, sit down, chill out, and then Mike will leave me for 10 minutes. And sometimes I'm looking after the kids. Sometimes I'm looking after. I'm watching the other scores.
10 minutes?
Sometimes it's a fair whack. Me and the girls play spot dad. That's what we do. Because you go missing, so me and the girls are like, right, where is he?
Right, in the stadium. I see what you mean. Now.
Yeah, I mean in the stadium when you go do the B roll, you know,
Yeah.
it'll get to a point where Mike's like, right, I'm gonna go do B roll, and you go off.
Take the B-roll, get some slow
And,
mo shots.
Yeah, I mean the girls play spot dad. Where's he gone?
Yeah.
See if we can find you. It's hard when it's winter, but well, sometimes because everyone wears the same red coat, and you just blend in.
It's effectively like wearing a sleeping bag, that one.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a fun game.
Okay, I got a comment here from Emily. What do you think about Arsenal looking at Danny Ings? This is the first I've heard of this. I'm just about to Google it and have a look myself. It seems a
They
bit of
can be as interested as they want. He ain't leaving. And if he does leave, it'll be for Van Dijk money.
bit taken back by that.
Please, Emily, don't break our heart like this, all right? listen, just between you.
We were
and me,
having a great night.
yeah, we're happy to be Saints fans right now, having a good time. So just don't
I'm Googling Danny Ings. I'm doing it.
break it for us, all right? Of course, Arsenal want him. Everybody should want him. He's Danny Ings. He's king of the skies, but don't mention it.
That's it. Nothing there. Nothing there.
Listen, I'm just getting over Yoshida, okay? I don't need another one.
Oh, it's Martin Keown.
Martin Keown. Don't listen to Martin Keown. He don't know nothing about nothing.
Okay, Arsenal should be interested in Danny Ings.
They should be. Everyone should be.
Everyone should be interested in Danny Ings, obviously. But Danny Ings to replace Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Shock.
But I don't think Aubameyang will leave now. I think people like Arteta.
Yep.
Everyone said like with Pep, he was the friendly one. He was the one that people went to.
Mm.
I did love. Did you watch the Arsenal City game?
Mm.
I loved it when City were 2 down, and there's that great picture of Pep talking to an empty chair. It's like he's in the other dugout and he's beating you. He's gone.
It's coming here. I think someone comes in 20 million for Ings, JWP or Redmond, they'll accept. I don't know. I mean, they've dragged their heels on the Højbjerg.
Here's the thing, guys.
I'm on that.
In a world where, you know, he's just scored 21. He scored 21 goals in the Premier League.
Mm.
You can ask for more than 20 mil in this day and age for that, and for how much he means to the squad. You know how long he's been here, how long his contract is, the fact that he is absolutely settled here because his whole family's here. It would take a big offer to take him away from us. And he already knows that he struggled at Liverpool. Even I know he's fit now and he could probably do better, but it's a big risk for a place where you're loved and you're sort of the guy. And there's a good and Ralph's building the squad, so you know he won't want to get rid of him.
No, it's a fact. I mean, Ralph did make a comment that he's, worried about clubs coming in with big money for our players, but which always puts you on edge. But this is Southampton. When has that ever not been the situation?
I mean, it's just our lot in life, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it took a good 6 to 8 months for the Van Dijk deal to get done.
Don't worry, guys. We don't have to worry about Ings leaving.
Got me all emotional now.
Listen to your old Uncle Jack. Everything's going to be A-okay.
Free kick, just on the D. So, as it stands at the moment, with the 13 people we have in the chat room. 15. It's just jumped up to 15. Who do we think is going down? Put in your 2 teams that you think are going to join Norwich in going down this season. Everyone's frantically typing.
Norwich are never going to win the league, are they? But they turn up every week, bless them. If you've never watched Peep Show, that's an actual quote from the show, and I always love it when a show mentions a team. It's exactly what always happens. It's like
Yeah.
it's like IT crowd. Probably with Arsenal, where they always try to walk it in. That was always works. Did you see that ludicrous display last night?
Yeah.
What was Wenger thinking? Put his Walcott on there early. Perfect. People ask if I like football. I do like football, but not Burnley.
Right, we've got a few come up here. Okay, first one, TV football analysis. Norwich. Knew about that one, to be fair. Villa and Watford. So they're predicting a win at Everton for Bournemouth on Saturday. Sunday.
Remember when I mentioned that rugby has that rule: if you get a certain amount of tries, you get more points. You get like an extra point. I would love it if that was the rule in football. So like somehow on the last game, Norwich is like, right, if we score 25 goals, we'll survive. Like, I love that incentive. That'd be fantastic. Like, listen, if we score loads, we could stay up.
Jack, I see Bournemouth and hopefully Watford. Southampton FC vlogs. I think Bournemouth. There's another Man City goal. Man City are currently 3-0 up now. Bournemouth Villa, I really hope Villa don't go down because I love going to their ground. Yeah, I missed that away day this time. I really, would like to go to Villa Park.
Have you seen they're refurbing West Ham?
Are they?
Yeah, they're going to make it more football friendly. That was the.
How are they going to do that?
There.
Anyway, sorry. Emily reckons Watford and Bournemouth.
That's made up. That's made up for your Danny Ings comment. Yes, Bournemouth are going down.
Yeah, you got us all anxious with the transfer rumour stuff. We're not good at that stuff. Watford and Bournemouth. Wow. So what are you thinking, Jack? We need to change the score on this.
What am I thinking? Well, you all know me. I do want Bournemouth to go down.
Yeah.
I know that's mean. I know that some people don't like that, but tough. You know, you bring the riot horses out. You deserve a bit of flack
For the 8 naughty boys and girls that kicked off.
Exactly. Hey, listen, I don't want to make Liam look bad in the comments, but he was kind of scared walking next to the Bournemouth fans. You know, they weren't friendly. And, you know, I'm a southern gentleman, and friendliness gets you everything. So, yeah, for me, Bournemouth, Watford. What about you?
Really? Bournemouth and Watford?
Yep. Why not? Why not Villa? Come on, Villa. Up the Grealish.
Okay. Now, this isn't who I want to go down. Just to be clear, this is who I
think. That was who I wanted to go down.
Okay. So, who I think is going to go down is I think it's going to be Bournemouth and Villa.
Yeah.
And I think we will know in the following live stream after this one. We'll know a lot more because if Villa can't get anything against Arsenal when they're at home, what possible chance do they have to get anything at the West Ham Stadium? They'll get destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah, but then again, it is David Moyes. Sometimes he just doesn't like turning up. Doesn't like going to work sometimes.
But he wins games. That's what he does.
He does win games. You're not wrong. He loves it.
That was a terrible game on Friday night when it was West Ham Watford.
Oh, yeah, it was.
It didn't even shout. Shocking. I'd be really annoyed if I was a Watford fan and I was watching that. Things like I got a connection to all these clubs because I'd like to go to Villa Park. I got
Yep.
family who live near Watford, so it's a nice away day because you can also tag on a visit. And you know, Bournemouth having a South Coast club in the top flight.
Yeah, but you couldn't get a ticket for it, could you? Because it was just too small.
That's true.
So
That is true.
I never went to a Bournemouth away day. I just couldn't get a ticket for it.
Yeah.
You know.
So potentially in losing Bournemouth, we're going to gain an away day.
Exactly. That's the way. That's a way to look at it. They love it, don't they? They just. We did that. We did say.
They got me fighting tonight. This Man City side.
Yep. Put it this way, right? Where would you rather go, Bournemouth or Leeds?
Where's quicker to go to? Bournemouth or Leeds?
Yeah, but like, listen, I get that. Bournemouth is convenient. But sometimes it's like, I don't really want convenience. I want a fun game.
Yeah. I'm glad to see Leeds back in the Premier League, though.
We could get, surely there's a flight from Southampton to Leeds.
High roller.
We get that 5%. Don't we get 5% off coach tickets? So
yeah, that doesn't include flights.
No, hold on. No, it's 5%. It's 5 or 10% off of match day travel. They do not. They don't 10%. They don't. They're not specific about how I travel.
Oh dear.
And you know, airlines will need the money after this. Just like theatres, they're struggling.
Here's a fun one. Will we be allowed to do a live stream at St Mary's as long as no action shots were? Do you know what? That would be fun. It would save me a lot of editing time.
Oh no, you still have to edit it. Like the general public ain't watching us for an hour for 2 hours. You know what I mean? Only the smart people are.
Yeah. Could you just compress it down to 8 minutes for us, please?
I think if we were to do that, we would have to bring our own like hub with us. We'd have to
fan hub.
Yeah. Have they got fiber optics yet? When will 5G come into play? Maybe then. Maybe during maybe we get 5G.
Yeah. Like Tom's job doing it. You still need to edit. All right. Go.
Yeah.
No rest of the wicked.
It's because
it's fun.
The problem you've got, Mike, is that you've set such a level of how good your editing is. To dip below it now.
Tell me about it.
You should have tried less.
Do you know how many episodes we've had in a week?
Oh, we've done a lot, right?
9. When we only used to do the home games. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like I think everyone needs to somewhat realise that once all furlonging and sort of colong, you know, everything sort of goes down, the output might drop a little bit.
Might dip, all the masking, all the green screening, all the colour grading.
So what?
The actual skin tone looks like.
I'll make a weekly thing. It'll just be me filmed on a Sony Ericsson Walkman, single pixel, just talking about Jack Stephens every week.
Do you know what though? You can't beat the raw element of what capturing action is. I don't mean to sound overly romantic about that, but you can have the cheapest camera in the world and pick like remember that scene in the Saints bar when we were watching the Swansea Saints game at the end of the 2018 season.
That clip is one of the best clips ever.
And we're just going absolutely nuts. And I've just got an old GoPro in my hand and we're just going crazy. And I'm just thinking that is just that capture.
That is honestly I love watching that video. Like I hated that night because until that moment it was awful. But it was as soon as that goal went in, it's just pure celebration. There's a few things on this channel that you're like, oh, thank God that we recorded that because it looks great.
Yeah.
Like when you told me you bought a season ticket, that's pure happiness on my face.
Oh yeah, I did capture that, didn't I?
Yeah, that's guys. If you want to see a real wholesome bit of content, Go watch it. Go watch that. What game? Don't watch the game because the game wasn't very good. But what game was that? Was that
It was
Huddersfield?
Huddersfield last season, and
Yeah.
I'd made out that you bought the season ticket, and unfortunately, I tried to buy the season ticket next year, but someone had bought the entire row, and I had you hooked in, and I remember you saying, "Oh, it looks like I'm going to make some new friends next season," with a little tear. That's all that. Putting a brave face on, and I said, "Good job, it was me, wasn't it?"
And there's real shock and awe on my face, and it was the
Proper setup that was.
yeah. It's a shame that the game didn't work out for us. That was the best thing of the day because the Huddersfield fans got away shirts. I got convinced not to wear a coat, and then it got really cold, so I had to go buy a hoodie.
Yeah,
it was all downhill that day, but it was a day that we knew. It was a day that we bought our first home together.
The rest is history, as they say. So is this going to stay 4?
If they could pop another 6 in, and really do us some favors.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lost 9, but they lost 10, which is like we can already do that with Portsmouth, but
I don't think Watford have been bad today either.
what's that?
I don't think Watford have been that bad today.
Yeah, but they've not been good. They've just been an okay side, but just City, aren't they? Every so often, there are just games where City just turn up and they just don't miss anything. Every pass is wicked.
Yeah, the City are on fire, as they keep saying.
Everyone plays.
Wow, right, here we go. Watford's goal difference is now exactly what Villa's is.
Wow.
And exactly what Bournemouth's is. So quite simply, just one win might do it. That's a big if for either club.
Big if.
Have you got any betting odds, Jack, to see who's the survival hopes?
I could take a look, see.
Villa, Watford, and Bournemouth. Because that would be interesting to have a look.
Here's the thing, Mike. It's payday today, so I don't really want to be going on betting apps. But if you're going to make me.
Jack, when the fun stops, stop.
I'd love to, but...
Oh, yeah.
When the fun stops, I usually like to keep going a little bit further until everyone's not having fun, and then I stop.
Freddie's just asked when I'm going on holiday. Soon, maybe. Trying to be sensible. COVID.
I can't wait for your.
Not sure if you heard about it. COVID.
I can't wait for your COVID era holiday vlog where it's you camping again and being miserable. Because I know you didn't like camping because the amount of gadgets you brought with you to try and make it better. Hands up, who's brought an espresso machine camping? It's not me. That guy. I love it.
Hands up, you bought a cinema projector and a projector screen to go camping with.
To be fair, it was for the channel. You got to show you how to have a good holiday. Tips: how to make camping better. Try to forget your camping.
Yeah. On the west coast of France.
Oh.
On the Vendée, which is basically like Cornwall.
Yeah, won't show me any stats to see who's going down, but you know.
Just in case anyone's wondering, it is really easy to take an espresso machine camping with you. It's not that much bigger than a toaster.
Yeah, but who's taking a toaster with them?
There's another shout for a handball. Wow. See you in 15. Someone's going for dinner. That's a late dinner. Oh no, it's only 7:30. Wow.
I mean, I've not had tea yet.
Maybe not.
I came straight home and jumped straight on the stream because I'm a loyal compadre.
Bring a James back. Yeah, we were just discussing that, James. Actually, it's the goal difference is exactly the same now of Watford Villa and Bournemouth. Although I think it might change before this game is done because they're just queuing up. Can't park the bus like Saints can park the bus against City there, can they?
No one can, my friend. Nobody can. Apart from Arsenal.
Thing is, though, this is miserable for Watford because they're just like, well, what do you do? Sit back when you're 4-0 down.
Yeah, but how many times we've been there? So many times in this position, where you're like, for God's sake, what do we do now? Like, if you think this is bad,
Where do we go now?
If you think this is bad, imagine if it's 5-0 before halftime.
Yeah. We're that brazen now. We're bringing up this result by ourselves.
Do you know why? I think until this season ends, I'm just going to talk about it. I'm going to have to talk about it in therapy one day, so I might as well just start talking about it here.
Yeah.
Everything. I hated everything that night.
Yeah.
Word of advice from Uncle Jack: if you're ever at a football game and it's so bad that it's made your night bad, don't go anywhere afterwards. Just go home because you will ruin it for everyone else. I left and I went to go see my girlfriend at the Joiners around the corner at a venue, and I just think I ruined their night by being miserable, so I just left that as well. Just go home. Just have a bath. Go home. Have a bath bomb. You know.
Talk about football for a week.
Have a glass of rosé. Whoever the team that beat you, just go and play FIFA on easy mode and smash them, and then go to bed.
Yeah. All right. Catch you later, Tom. See you in the next stream.
See you later, bud.
Predictions here from James. Okay, Villa get a draw or a 1-0 loss at Arsenal tonight. I can see Villa beating West Ham and Watford losing at Arsenal. I can see Watford losing at Arsenal, but from what I've seen from Villa, I thought they were a bit lucky in their last win that they had. It was against Palace, wasn't it? It was a 2-0 win they had. So,
do United don't have any more games? So they've just got the league. They're not in any more trophies, are they? They're not in.
Yeah. United.
Yeah, United. This is it now. They're not. They're at the FA Cup, aren't they? And they're not in the Champions League anymore. Well,
Danny Welbeck was on then.
Danny Welbeck back in the form, eh?
No, United are out of everything apart from their running for the Champions League.
Yeah, so I would probably say that anyone that's playing United in the league is probably going to have to buckle up because they're going to come at them hard.
Yeah,
we've seen that United, when they play a bigger team, still seem to struggle a bit. You know, we were their first real, first team that was on a decent run of form coming into the game, and we got a draw. And then they played Chelsea, and they tried to play the same football that they beat them with twice before, and they got absolutely showed up for it. So you can beat United. It's just United have. It's just every game is theirs to lose, really. So I could see Aston Villa somehow getting 3 points tonight. I think they could do it. After
against Arsenal, you reckon they can pick up a win?
I think so. I think they're kind of fluky enough, and Arsenal also, that they have that wave of form, like even coming in and out.
Yeah,
and they've also got they've got their cup to look forward to. I know that's a while off, but they've got to have another game before then as well. So
yeah,
who knows?
Oh, I've had a fun thing. It's popped up. My wife's just turned on the printer. I could send stuff to it. Really mess with her. I should just send her like 10 Saints logos. Just start printing those off. Go, what's going on with this living machine? No, I'd be good. I'll escape that. That's fine. Oh, here's a good question. Europa League. Is Europa League still concluding, isn't it?
Yeah,
they are in that, aren't they?
We must be. Yeah. We had this conversation of like who gets the European spots. Like it's all if someone can in the comments can confirm what counts as Europa spots for me right now, I will tell you who I think will finish in those spots. If you can clarify to me where you have to finish and what you have to win to get there.
But also this season's Europa League, because of course the Champions League is concluding 7th of August.
Yep. It's all at the same time, isn't it? Just give or
So
take.
Europa League must be. So United are in that, but
Yep.
they're still going to put out a strong side against.
Oh my god, yeah, they are in that. Who else is in the Europa League? Let me take a look at the. I've completely. I forgot all about the Europa League. Nick, my friend, Nick, my beautiful man. You should be working on our songs, but I'm glad you're here instead. I completely forgot about Europa League, so thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, that was it because they battered the team 5-0 in the first leg, so it's looking likely that they might progress.
I reckon so.
I'm not a betting man, but if I was, I'd be pretty heavy on Man United progressing after that 5-0.
I'm gonna see who's left in it because, you know, given United's form and how much they like playing the bigger teams, and if they can keep their squad fit,
Yeah,
you know, maybe they might win that.
they could even progress even if they defaulted that game, wouldn't they? Because you just lose a game by 3 goals and they still progress. They don't even have to play the game.
Don't even have to play the game.
I don't think that's true.
Where are we? Let me take it. Excuse my boringness. I'm just going to take a look at the next round. Where are we?
Whilst you're looking at that, I'm just going to put up some of these other comments. It's like Højbjerg is going to Everton. Yeah, Shane, we were talking about that earlier, and we are baffled by that. Mainly I don't mind the fact that we've got 25 million, but it's just a fact. Why does he want to go to Everton? Or why?
We're not baffled that he's leaving us. We're confused by where he's going.
Yeah.
I forgot how many teams are left in the Europa League. My goodness.
It's a big old competition.
Yeah, man. With this, they're only in the round of 6. They're in the round of 16. So
yeah.
Who are the big players?
Going back to Højbjerg, I've got no bad feeling towards Højbjerg whatsoever. I think he's those months when we were terrible and he was coming out doing press conferences and being the spokesperson of the team, he did a great job, I thought.
As a captain,
we wish him well. We wish him
captain, you know, as a captain off the pitch and as a leader, there was nothing wrong with him. But his ball playing, his commitment to the system, nah.
Yeah.
Not for us. I forgot Wolves are still in Europa.
Yeah.
And they're 1-1 and they've got the away goal advantage. So go on, Wolves. Fair play.
Yeah, Wolves started their season like July last year.
Yeah, they're on a long run. They must be knackered.
Yeah.
But still performing. Jimenez has had a great season. Traore is going to go somewhere massive this summer.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I personally think he should go to Bayern Munich and not bother, not play against any of us. I think that'd be nice. I don't really want to run in at us. So
really,
he can go to Bayern Munich. I'd like that. Although Liverpool are now in a stage where they need to start strengthening. You know, they need to start adding players into this squad.
Yeah.
You know, a striker replacement.
Well, you compare them to the depth of the Man City squad.
Exactly, and it's I guess it's the same problem that, you know, Leicester and Blackburn had, in that they could win a league with this team, but then what do you do next season? Like, you can't try and do that again because it won't work.
It'd be good if we could get 20 million or so for players like Lamina, Carrillo.
I reckon all those players those sort of players, we're going to get 12 million at the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're flops, man. Like doesn't matter how good you can pretend they are. They've done nothing since signing contracts with Southampton, even whilst on loan, apart from Elianusi.
Yeah, it's true.
Who's happy to take the loan contract? So we're not losing him anytime soon.
Yeah. Adjusting lights here. It's not working.
Should go for Al Natural like me. You know, they can see the blemishes.
What do the green screen?
Oh, the old green screen. Well, we're now at that part of the game where it doesn't matter anymore, aren't we? I always love it when you get to this part of the game where it's like, well, game's over, isn't it? Let's just sit back and see what happens then.
Yeah. Well, this couldn't have gone any better for Bournemouth and Aston Villa. Well, had it been 5-0, it would have been even better.
There's a great comment from James Wade that you should pop up on the screen. That's my kind of man.
Away days.
Away days. Harry and Jim. That's my kind. That's what I mean about a Leeds trip. It would be long. It would be hard. You'd hate the whole thing, but when you think about it, yeah, actually, that was brilliant. It was like our trip to Spurs.
Yeah.
Getting back was it was so long, and it was so cold, and it was everything you didn't want, and the blooming train station was shut, so we had to sit down nowhere. We had to
get a bag and
go get KFC, and we had to come bring it back, and we had to sit in the car. It was so long, but
I remember that. We were stuck at Basingstoke, weren't we?
Yeah, we were stuck in Basingstoke for years because we missed the connecting train by like 5 minutes because there was idiots on the train. Do you remember?
Yeah.
There was people arguing on the train, so we missed our connection. Oh, it was the worst. But when I think of that day, what a great day we had! It was that was one of the best games this year. Well, it wasn't, but best days out. I love walking up and down Tottenham. The most friendly fans. We got stopped like 4 times going there and back, didn't we? And it was always friendly talks.
Yeah.
Are we going to be the team to get Poch out of the job? No. We got the pies, got the beer. Good day.
Gammon, how are we doing? Yeah, no. Good fun. Right, something's just popped up here from James again. First ever game. James, I think I was with you at that game. So that was also my first game because I think it was to do with a club we were at. I vaguely remember. But I mentioned this game, I think, in an episode when I did the hospitality thing. And I mentioned it to my dad as well. It was like April something, 1991. Wow, 1991. You weren't even born then, were you, Jack?
No, I'm a 94 baby.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah, looking.
I remember that because James also might remember this. We were given these hats that were like pieces of paper, and they had like a cap and had like a spiral thing on the top. And when you put it on, it sort of created a rather flimsy cap. And it was raining something chronic that day, and gradually this hat was just dissolving down my face. But I remember being up in the chocolate boxes at the Dell, and they had like the standing section.
Yeah.
And I just remember sort of looking over that, and I was like this. And occasionally I'd just get a glimpse of the game. So yeah, it was amazing.
Here's the thing. I've got the annoying thing is
remember it.
I was so young going to the games that I've been told I was going to the games of the age of 4. So
really?
I don't have memory of games from 98, 99.
Yeah.
The one I have memories of, and there are pictures of it. So it's the one I'm going to say that's the first one because the only one I remember is Southampton 4, Newcastle 2 in 99, 2000. That is when Mark Hughes scored an absolute ripper of a volley. It's
really?
Yeah, that's the first one. As we were looking through pictures a couple of months ago during lockdown, and there were pictures of me going to that game. So that's the one I have evidence for.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Yeah, that game was mad. I remember Alan Shearer was playing, Razor Ruddock was playing, Lissiz was playing, Tim Flowers in goal. Neville Southall was in goal for Everton.
Neville Southall, the most beautiful
He looked like
physique in
a
football.
darts player. He didn't look anything like a footballer.
He is like, when you want to give people like why did you prefer the Premier League in the 90s? It was like before Di Canio came and ruined it with sports science. It's like, look at him. He is 9 pints in and he's ready to play football. Look at Merson, like the whole Arsenal squad. Like, they're all drunk and having.
Yeah.
It's the best. Letizia having McDonald's on the way to training. I love it.
Yeah.
I love that kind of stuff. But it's all different now. It's all different now.
Oh.
It's like you hear like the Wade Boggs, the baseball player, and how he once drank 150 beers on a flight from one side, I think New York to LA.
Really?
And it's just a legend. You're like, imagine if someone like a player now you heard that announced, like it'd be great. Jamie Vardy drank 150 WKDs. He got absolutely rinsed, and then he got off the plane and he scored a hat trick.
Yeah.
Those are the stories you want.
Yeah, I'd be mad. Different era.
Different era.
Different era.
But I think it's that sort of thing is just why I love Latiz so much. I think it just doesn't he's the best, and yet he was almost like I don't care.
Yeah. Absolutely mad. Well, we're 4 minutes into stoppage time now. It's still Watford 0, City 4. Could have been more. How many nights have we done? I haven't done enough. I definitely haven't done enough. There was loads that I wanted to do this season as well. Talking about stadium visits, Jack.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't a lot, was it? We didn't get out to many this season. It was Spurs, and I think that was it, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah, didn't really get out to many, did we? By the time it sort of all started picking up and we were sort of good to go to games.
Yeah. I'd be really nervous if I was a Watford fan right now.
Yeah. Is this the first time, I mean, in a while where it's come down to the last day for the drop?
I think for 3 clubs, yeah.
Yeah, usually it's pretty much settled before the last day, isn't it? So this is.
Yeah. Do you remember that year when West Brom were in they were rock bottom and then they leapfrogged everyone to jump out there?
Yeah. But Leicester did the same, didn't they? Leicester were bottom. Ranieri came in, took him out of bottom, and then they won the blooming thing.
Yeah. Right.
It is why to this day I will always every time I always put a quid on Southampton to win the league, because you never know. That Leicester fan, every year he would have been like, you never know, might be the year.
There we go. Milton Road End, yeah. Shearer Wallace. Oh, Rodney Wallace.
City have 5.
Is he off? It's for. Yeah, he's off. Very good call. I have to say, fair play to these linesmen getting these decisions right, because you look at that and you think, like, woo! How on earth can you see that? There it is. It's full time. It's full time. League One grounds of fun. There, yeah. Proper away days. Proper away days. Thanks for signing the defender. We think Salisu deal is all but a work permit that needs confirming. There we go. Right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us on this stream. There will be another stream. So we'll jump into that in about 8 or so minutes time. All right. Well, we will see you in the next one. All right. Cheers, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.